Hey everyone, I'm Bitter Steve, and welcome to a special edition of Mixology Phrenology. We're going to have some fun today washing our booze with coconut oil, making a few cocktails like a coconut fat wash julep, a jungle bird, maybe a punch. I don't know, there's so many choices. Fat wash is an infusion technique where the goal is to impart a bit of the flavor and texture of a fat or oil into your booze. You can use almost anything from a bold olive oil to bacon fat. It does take some time to process though, so let's jump back 24 hours to start our wash. So we need to make 3 infusions for our cocktails: a coconut fat washed rum and bourbon and a black tea infused apple juice. Let's start with the apple juice since this will be the easiest. 2 cups apple juice and 2 black tea bags. I don't know if this will be served in the afternoon or at night, so I'm using decaf Earl Grey. Throw this in the fridge and pull out the tea bags after 24 hours. Fat washing is a fun technique to add both flavor and a creamy mouthfeel to your cocktail. In this case, coconut flavor. Remember, we need unrefined coconut oil. The refined version is great for cooking, but has little flavor. I typically use a 4-to-1 ratio, a quarter cup of oil for every 1 cup of booze. For this entire bottle of bourbon, I'm adding in 3/4 cup of oil in a quart mason jar. If the oil isn't liquid enough at room temperature, warm it up just a bit, but not so much that it cooks the booze. I don't need as much rum, so I'm adding a 1/2 cup of oil to a pint jar, and then I'll just fill it up the rest of the way. Shake these often and just leave them on the counter overnight. Put them in the freezer no less than 4 hours before you need them. Room temperature was a little cool, and I don't think these mixed well overnight, so I did put them on the windowsill to warm up with the morning sun and toss them in the freezer just a few hours ago. The key is to make sure you have a fat that sinks to the bottom when frozen to make the separation process easier. Just kidding. Tighten the lid and then put them in the freezer upside down. You can run this through a coffee filter, though I prefer a tea strainer just to get the larger chunks out. I won't risk losing any of that oil. Our first cocktail will be a mint julep, and I want to make this one the original way and then try my own bitter version. Okay, so you all know how to make a julep, so I'm not going to go over it. Wow, that coconut adds a nice touch, but I'm not a huge fan of the julep normally. They always seem like they're missing something. So let's make a version with, that something. Wow, that's so delicious. That bitterness comes across nicely with the bourbon. The coconut adds a great layer and the creaminess rounds this out well. You can use Campari for this, and I switched away from it recently. Campari was originally colored with insect shells, and to appease vegans, they switched to an artificial red coloring, which many in my family are mildly allergic to, and I found Bruto Americano to be a decent substitute. For the coconut washed rum, we're going full tiki with the Jungle Bird, a fabulous 1970s drink from Kuala Lumpur, though we're going to use the modern version. Wow, that's nice, but the citrus is really drowning out the rum. I guess I know why everyone uses blackstrap rum in these. What if we retool this for a punch? Grab that tea-infused apple juice, and I'm going to switch out the Bruto for Gran Classico, which I believe will fit better here. Just throw all this together and toss in some ice. wow, that's nice. What should we call this? Jungle Bird Punch? How about Jangle Bird? No, Jangle Bird Punch. Try it for yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.